Aloha everybody, Michael here. Today we're going to talk about sound and what it is. We have a pretty good understanding of various things in our physical reality. What we sometimes misunderstand is the difference between a cause and effect. If you understand that waves cause the effects of reality to occur, then we'll know that the effects of reality is the particular formations of physical matter. So what we're really talking today about is quantum mechanics and what it means to be in a state of superposition, as well as what it is to have a wave-particle duality. Wave-particle duality exists in everything in this universe. Now, what's important to know in regards to quantum mechanics is that it is not as complicated as you've been led to believe. The mathematics that seem to verify and confirm the results of the various experiments is intricate. If you want to know about anything, the way to do that type of processing is to simply pay attention to how you are currently feeling. So when something makes sense, it resonates with you. Sort of like what's occurring right now. I feel like I'm making sense, and I base that upon being as resonant as possible, as clear as possible, and I feel like I'm achieving that state of mind. And if I am ever confused or frustrated about something, then the only thing I really need to do is breathe. When we do that particular action, what happens is we process our information in the present moment. Because in order to survive as a living organism, the only thing that we have to do constantly is breathe. Once we stop breathing, past 3 minutes or so, then we will cease to live in this particular format. Now, it doesn't mean that it's a point of terminal velocity where there is no more motion. What it means is that our physical state of being is simply no longer necessary. So the waves carry the information from a point of origin to a point of reception. And the process of absorbing the information through our sensations and our ability to quantify the reality consciously will allow us to qualify the effects of reality as being real. So you are already in a quantum position or a state of superposition because you are everywhere all at once, and yet you are nowhere in particular until the observation is made. The observation collapses the wave function, and the resolution of whatever mathematical expression you are working on becomes more defined, the more you will know, and you will increase your level of certainty. Now, one of the qualities of quantum mechanics, or I should say one of the principles, is called the Heisenberg Principle, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle to be exact. And what it means is you can only know one thing at a time to whatever degree of certainty your technology allows. And there are many examples of what is called a conjugate pair or a conjugate variable. There are position and momentum. Or I should say there is position and momentum as one of the conjugate pairs that is used to study Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. And what we're talking about is your ability to ascertain the value of one or the other property to a degree of certainty that is only limited by your technology. So if you can measure the position of a particle, let's say to a very high degree of accuracy, you will be equally uncertain of the momentum of that particle. And vice versa. If you can measure the momentum of the particle to a very high degree of accuracy, and that again is dependent on the level of technology that you have or the type of technology that you're using. Let's say it's accurate to 99.9965%. You will be equally uncertain of the position of that particle. So you might think that that is sort of a limitation of sorts. It's actually a blessing in disguise, because if you had to know everything all at once, or you had to know more than one thing at a time, it would be simply TMI, too much information. So we can, as human beings, know for absolute certainty how we are currently feeling. I'm going to let that sink in. As a human being, you can know for absolute certainty how you are currently feeling. Now, does that mean that you have quantified your reality? Or does it mean that you have qualified the experience that's occurring in your imagination? So think about it from those terms, and we'll talk more about these things in future presentations. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have an awesome day.